Meet Coffee Sleigh, my new Ultimate Iron Man. On top of not being able to use the GE or a bank, I am locked to Slayer. This means that I need to use drops from Slayer or unlocks from Slayer, all to achieve the rarest skill cape in the game. On top of being a UIM, I'm allowing myself to unlock non-Slayer things with Slayer coins. I'm only allowing myself to earn these coins when I achieve a Slayer level, which means I have a finite number of coins that I can unlock. That also means that I need to have a strategy to capitalize on what I do unlock and where I unlock it.
Alright, so before we jump into it, I'd actually like to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. One of my major principles is that I would never recommend something that I wouldn't or that I don't use myself. In this case, whenever I travel, I use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN allows me to keep my connection secure and all of my data private whenever I connect to a public Wi-Fi, whether that would be at airports, coffee shops, or even at my hotel. So if you're looking for a great VPN service, look no further than ExpressVPN. I have a link in the description that you're most welcome to click and use for your first 3 months free.
Alright, then let's get started. First thing we need to do is get a Slayer task. Obviously, we're going to go with Turiel, so what do you have for us today, Turiel? Spiders. Great. Let's go back to Lumbridge and kill the ones there, as they're pretty low level. I'm going to grab the UIM armor as well, and I'm using the tutorial island weapons. And there's level 2 Slayer, and that earns us our first Slayer coin. And there's the first task. First step in a long journey ahead of us. Before I go back, I'm actually going to complete the natural history quiz. That'll give us 9 Slayer and allow us to have more utilities to unlock as we progress. Okay, back to Turiel, and we get rats. That's actually pretty important. Rats give us one of the 4 meats for Druidic Ritual, and we can actually start the Witch's Potion for some easy magic levels. And now that we've started Witch's Potion, let's kill one of these low-level rats next door. The burnt meat's also gonna be pretty easy moving forward. Oh, I missed it, but there was 10 Slayer. So Restless Ghost only required the skull, which was a quest item, so some easy prayer levels down. Now let's get started on Rune Mysteries, and since the talisman is given to us, I can actually use it for the quest. And now that one's done too. Back to the rats, here's the last one, and boom, second task done. Cave bugs. So this is actually going to require me to buy a light source, but first I think I'm actually going to get my fire making up using the logs on the top of Lumbridge Castle. Oh, the pain of early fire making. So there's level 15 fire making, and I'm thinking this is actually probably a good stopping point for now. We're off to Betty. This is actually where we're going to unlock our first utility. Now I'm going to sell all of the runes in my inventory to clear some room and buy an Eye of Newt. I've decided that charter ships will be my second unlock, and this is where I'm going to get rid of pretty much everything else out of my inventory. So with a much cleaner inventory, we're actually going to head to the farming store just south of Falador. This is actually going to be my third utility. I'm going to buy some of the basic tools, and then I'm going to run over to the Tool Leprechaun where I unlock my 4th utility. And now I can use any Leprechaun to store or retrieve these items. But pause for some premium raking content. So back in Lumbridge, let's actually start X marks the spot. This is another easy quest to get out of the way. And there is X marks the spot complete. I'm actually going to try and complete the beginner clue. Okay, so first step and no casket. Next step is Doric, where I get another step. And finish it in Draenor and junk. Well, at least I can sell that stuff for a few coins. So the last thing we're going to complete today is actually going to repair the plows and actually plow the fields on Hesidius to 100% favor. Yeah, this is actually some really easy early farming XP and early crafting XP. At this point, next time I see you, I'll have 100% favor. And just like that, 100% favor. So now I'm actually going to start working on one of the big things that all UIMs want, and that's to have an
already cloak 1 for transportation. So I'm actually going to thieve from this bake stall, and then I'm going to drop the cake since it's not unlocked, which I can do per my rules. After that, I'm actually going to go over and use the Rune Essence teleport to check that one off the achievement diaries list as well. I actually ran over to the Grand Tree. I plan on unlocking the grocery shop here. There's a lot of valuable items here. Right now I actually just need it for the onion. Now that I have the onion, I can actually run back and finish Witch's Potion. But since I'm already here, I'm actually going to get a couple levels of agility. Agility is going to help me in the long run with my stamina regeneration and everything. So since I'm here, might as well use the level 1 course. And just like that, 10 agility is accomplished. Moving forward from here, I can actually do it down in Draenor, which is a better XP per hour, and it gives me a chance to get Marks of Grace. Now that I'm done with this, I'm actually going to pop back to Remington, and we're going to get a couple easy magic levels by turning in all the stuff to Hetty and finishing Witch's Potion. Now that Witch's Potion is out of the way, I'm actually going to start Misthalin Mysteries. I'm bringing my own bucket and my own knife. Everything else I get in the quest is actually a quest item, so everything is clearly within the rules. So this will actually give me some free crafting XP, which in the end is actually going to be quite beneficial. And just like that, Misthalin Mystery is complete. It actually gives me a fair amount of crafting XP for so early on. And I get an uncut gem of which I'm not actually going to keep. I'm actually just going to go sell those. So I forgot to record the beginning, but here we are getting Glareals, and I can't pronounce it. I'm getting the Pebble for Waterfall quest. That's actually going to be the next one I complete. It gives me a fair amount of attack and strength XP. And I just want to give a shout out to the Mountain Man's clan chat and clan, because I died here. Homies in the clan came and kind of helped me out and get my stuff back, seeing as these fire giants are a little higher level than I am. I'm actually going to add a link in the description to the Discord. I want to thank everybody in the clan one more time, because yeah, they've been helping me out pretty significantly when I need it. So just like that, Waterfall quest is done. This will actually get me 30 strength and 31 attack. This will make killing all the tasks I have early on a lot easier until I get decent weapons and decent gear. But now I'm actually going to go back to Lumbridge. There it is, the last of the balls of wool turned into Farmer Fred. This will actually knock out Sheep Shearer, another one of those super easy, super early quests. It gives me some more crafting XP, which is going to bring me all the way up to 20. This is actually a pretty big unlock moving forward, as crafting is kind of a slog on UIM. And now that I have that from the charter shop, I'm buying the stuff to do some glass blowing, because I think it's time to finally tackle my current task of 14 cave bugs down in the Lumbridge swamp cave. So back in Lumbridge, we smelted the glass and made some molten glass, and now I'm actually going to make an empty candle lantern. So I don't have any way via Slayer drop lock or an unlock utility to get a candle at this point, so I'm going to actually buy them one at a time from the candle seller just outside the Lumbridge swamp cave for 1,000 coins each, until I can get a point where I can get a reliable source through an unlocked utility. And a short little while later, and there is the last cave bug killed. Gives me 5 defense and completes my 3rd task. However, I think that's actually gonna wrap it up for today. So if you made it to this point of the video, I'm sure you might have noticed that my mouse was doing some weird things during it. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it until after I recorded the first few episodes worth of clips. Please don't be off-put by it. However, all clips after the first few episodes, I've got it fixed and it won't happen again. Thank you for hanging out. I always appreciate it. This has been Coffee Cake. Have a good day.